If you're a longtime watcher of this channel, you're probably going to call me a hypocrite for some of my takes in this video, and that is okay. You may have noticed by now that I am not a fan of chase scenes. It's true. Just, they're not really it for me. But I like them in Tom and Jerry. You know, after a tough day, sometimes I like to just kick back, a little drink, and watch Tom and Jerry. I can't explain it. I like their chase scenes. It's the only time that I think I really do like chase scenes. I don't know. I can't explain it. The heart wants what it wants, you know? Okay, so I was going to introduce myself, and then I realized that like my lipstick, my nail polish, and Green Baby's dress all match, at least on camera. So this is actually kind of funny to me. So hello, I'm Bailey. If you're watching this, you're probably my friend and I sent it to you, so thank you for watching. And if you're not my friend, I don't know how you got here, but I'm so glad you're here. You're my friend now too. Okay. So this is kind of like full glam. I'm trying something out. Oh, and today we have Green Baby as the mic stand, and she's wearing Samantha's Christmas party dress. I think it looks really cute on her. It was really a tough decision between if she should wear it or if Jennifer should, because Jennifer is basically a color variant of Samantha. She is old. She has the pie bangs. She has the like basic original base mold. She's a color variant of Samantha. Let's be so for real. So we are continuing with our Nutcracker celebration, and this week's IP that used Nutcracker for free music is Tom and Jerry Nutcracker. I don't have a story for how I ended up with this. I don't know. I just own all of the Tom and Jerry movies except for Snow Business, I think that's what it's called, on DVD because they were getting taken off of HBO, and like I said, after a tough day, I just want to kick back, relax, and watch a cat chase a mouse. So, our movie starts with a cityscape, skyline, and a voiceover. We see the Nutcracker being performed. Jerry, I guess, lives in the theater, kind of gross, and is a big fan of ballet on the show. I like this character trait for him. We also just like keep getting weirdly realistic shots of people, and it's like not as bad as SpongeBob, but it's I don't like it either. This is the first time it looks like somebody likes drawing people. And then we see the cats in the alleyway singing a song about the king of cats, and he sucks, he's mean, he takes all the food, and all the cats are singing, and Tom's not. There's a part where it's ensemble and he's mouthing the words, maybe because we know he's here. But that man is mostly mute. That cat is mostly mute, and so is Jerry. But like Jerry has a mouse friend that talks. Tom has cat friends that talk and sing. Are they disabled? I don't have an answer to that. Selectively mute? Is that why they get along and hang out with each other? Is because other cat and mice duos expect you to talk and neither of them really talk, so they just got paired up? Are they a sign? Like Perry the Platypus and Dr. Doofenshmirtz? We're going to make up some lore for Tom and Jerry. Cut back to Jerry. He is depressed now that Nutcracker season is over. He's probably not the only one. And he dances on stage, and there's an elf on the shelf there. And I don't like Elf on the Shelf. It's telling I'm not a fan of Elf on the Shelf. If you do that with your family, cool. Love that for you. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. Not gonna happen. And then there's magic snow, and now Jerry is dressed up as a little prince guy, and he can do ballet now. And then other toys left on stage come to life, which has me wondering, when is strike for tearing down the sets? Like, I know I had a kind of a weird experience because I went to a school where we weren't allowed to do anything on Sundays except for my Sunday night theology class, whatever. So immediately following the last performance on Saturday, we had to tear down the set. That was a long night. And then we went to a party after. The elf on the shelf can talk now. And there's a little ballerina in a music box who comes to life. And she can also dance. And I think Jerry's in love with her. Also, they say he's the Mouse King. Okay, the Mouse King is a good guy now. The snow transforms the stage, too. Mouse King Jerry and all his loyal subjects sit down for a feast. Tom looks in the door and sees it, so he's like, hey cats, let's go eat their feast. We're always hungry because the cat king eats everything. As soon as the cats walk into the door, they're magicked into outfits too, and then they start rounding up the toys. This is colonialist. And then we see the baby mouse. I never can remember the baby mouse's name, and for some reason he's French, and he's not always French, but he is in this one, and I don't know why. My note says Tom and Elf free toys. I think that's supposed to say Jerry and the elf from the shelf free the toys, and then the cats get blown up with a bomb. Tom catches Jerry elf and a talking horse that only talks if you pull its string, but has wheels instead of whatever. A horse with wheels on its feet, and puts them in a can and throws them blows them out of a cannon, and they go like through the backdrop. That is a thing that comes up a lot, is that like they'll go to different worlds by just like going through a backdrop, and now they're somewhere else, and I love that. I unironically think it's very fun because too, like sometimes, yeah, because they end up kind of like stacked. Like it does make sense. Somebody who made this has spent a lot of time in theater, and I love them for it. Tom also captures the ballerina, but she won't dance for the king, so she's put in a little cage. She also has a subplot of trying to escape, with a lot of good bits about the keys and showing that the Cat King is dumb.
A string attached to keys can only mean one thing. Playtime!
The horse, after they pull her string, says that they should find the toy maker. They realize that on their tags it has like a star, so they follow the star to find the toy maker. Tom is tasked with making sure Jerry never comes back, so he brings some cat friends with him. This note says that the talking mouse, the baby mouse, is named Toffee in this movie. And he tries to free the ballerina, but she sends him to go warn Jerry. Tom just runs through the backdrop, cuts a big hole and runs through it. Love it. And then we come back to Jerry. He's found a scary looking path, but has pretty sounding music, so I'm not entirely sure what they want us to be feeling in this moment. They find a frozen river, and the elf admits that he's not a toy, he's a decoration. And Jerry's like, okay, let's ice skate down the river. Jerry falls through the ice, and instead of helping him, the elf stands at the edge of the hole that is star-shaped and encourages him. And it's kind of pretty how the star guides him to swim back up. The ballerina tried to save herself and grabbed the wrong key when the advisor caught on to what was happening. Maybe I like the Cat King. He's funny. Toffee tries to persuade Tom away from destroying Jerry by playing both the role of angel and devil on his shoulder. The elf makes a fire to warm up Jerry. Toffee finds them and warns them about the cats. There's a chase scene where the cats are disguised as trees. Of course, Jerry and his friends get away, and Tom gets beat up. And we have a lot of really good Tom screams. I like these old-fashioned Looney Tunes just hollering. The elf's head detaches from his body. He's like fragile and falling apart throughout the movie because he's not a toy, he's a decoration. And it goes through a little hole in the screen, in the backdrop, in their attempt to get away, and they end up in a room full of sleeping dragons that have rattlesnake tails. I do really genuinely like this scene. So they're trying to find his head, and then a sexy fire fairy points them towards the head and then shows them how to get out. So then Jerry plays a little horn and hypnotizes a dragon, and they use it to lift themselves up out of the scary dragon pit. The chase continues into a room full of cuckoo clocks that beat up Tom, and Jerry and his friends escape via elevator, and they end up in like an up-high clock tower that still looks like a cuckoo clock, and Tom continues to experience physical pain from the big birds in the cuckoo clock. The chase continues to a carnival. We're just going to say chase in a carnival, okay? There's not really that much of note here. The chase scenes, although I think maybe part of why I like them is if you've ever watched Fantasia, how it's like scenes set to music and we match the animation to all of it, it feels a lot like that. And maybe that's why I like it. So we've got chase scenes set to the music and it lines up, it fits, it works. It does it for me. Maybe that's it. It needs to line up with the music instead of just there's music playing while we run from door to door. Jerry blows up balloons so they can fly to the star, and the elf makes a weird fat-phobic comment.
Don't worry, I'll hang on to you like a fat man to a donut.
Okay. Tom tries to launch himself after them using his cannon. Things go wrong in the air. A balloon pops, the elf unravels. The horse is too scared to go, so they stay. So she stays. They stay behind and gets captured by the cats who plan to torture her for info about what is Jerry doing. The ballerina has escaped by now. And Jerry, Toffee, and a pile of yarn have made it to the toy maker, so have the cats. The toy maker fixes up the elf and says he's a toy now because he has the heart of a toy. I bet Pinocchio would be jealous of that. Heart if he just had the heart of a boy. And then the toy maker tells them that the magic has until the sun is high in the sky, and then the way that things are on is how the ways they'll be stuck like that. So like Jerry needs to get rid of the Cat King, or he will always be in charge if the sun rises. Okay, this feels a little bit anti-revolution, but the toy maker can help. So they start lining up toy soldiers who are for some reason completely different stylistically and animation wise. And Tom runs home to warn everybody. The cats look for the ballerina while the toy soldiers march onto the castle. We have a fight scene. It's kind of long. There's a lot of good gags. What I liked is when Tom eats Jerry and then the horse kicks his teeth out.
Is this the end? Oh, it can't be. It can't be!
Oh, sorry, no, she doesn't kick his teeth out. She hits them out with a hammer. The cats retreat and go back into the alley. Oh, and also there was a plot about, like, they pulled the horse's cord and she told them that they were going to the toy maker. So I guess, because she can only talk if you pull her cord, but I guess she can't not talk if you pull it. It's a little bit confusing, but then she's like really embarrassed and thinks that they are not going to want to be friends with her anymore. And everybody's like, dude, that's not her fault. I'm not mad at her, but you know, she has her feelings. So the cats retreat and the ballerina hugs Jerry, but there's like a chimney that's about to collapse, so the horse pushes them out of the way and it collapses on her and kills her. But don't worry, she's resurrected, and this time without a string. And then we look to see that the real ballerina from the show and the toy maker are in the audience watching, and they clap and Jerry bows. This is the end of the movie. So we'll do some final thoughts. It is a trip. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you like the music, it's great. I like that there's not a ton of dialogue in Tom and Jerry movies. Sometimes I'm talked out and I just want to chill. So that's part of why I like it. I do love that they travel to different places by going through a curtain, a backdrop. That's very fun. That's very creative. Whoever came up with that, little round of applause for you. Is this a faithful adaptation of the Nutcracker? No. We can put the period at the end of the sentence. No. But it was fun. I would give it 5 out of 5 disembodied elf heads. As far as the chase scenes go, I think it's because it lines up with the music. I also think maybe because they're like actually violent, which can be very fun. But yes, overall, I really enjoyed it. I think if I had to rank it, I did like it more than Care Bears. Scooby-Doo feels like it's next to the lineup, but I think in the order that we've gone, they've gotten better every time. So I guess it's time to wrap up. This video is like so short compared to the other ones, but maybe I deserve a short video once in a while. So, I know I had a busy week, so I'm thankful to have short editing. So, if you've made it to the end of the video, thank you very much for watching the whole thing. Follow me on TikTok at BLYHDGN, and I'll put my link to my link tree in the bio. Link in bio. Link is in bio, pretty sure. I'll put my link in the description, so if you want to follow me, you can click over there and find it. Otherwise, that's really all I have. Next week, oh my gosh, I can give you my clue. Okay, next week, here's your clue for next week. I hope you're excited because I am. So that one's going to be another long one, but that's okay because I'm going to be on Christmas break. This is your weekly reminder to donate to your local PBS station. The goal is for it to be free for everybody, but a Moldy Orange has decided to cut funding for a program that makes information and education free to the public. So now it's up to us to fund it. So if you are somebody that can afford to help keep it running, please do make a donation, sign up for a subscription. If you sign up for a subscription, they give you access to a subscription service. It's very fun. If you make a one-time donation, make a monthly donation, donate what you can. If you'd rather do a food bank, do a food bank. But I donate to something local. We have to help each other in these trying times. Also send psychic attacks. I think that's everything from me. I hope that you're enjoying Nutcracker season. I am so very cold. So very cold. I am so over this weather. But I will see you in the next video. Bye!